now.
It's something that bears watching right now with LeBron James. If he's already decided that he's checked out, he would do things like tell Jimmy Butler, hey, don't go there. You're going to get stuck there for many years. He would do stuff that would prevent them from being good right away if he's already decided that he's leaving.
LeBron has a player option with the Cavs after next season. Stephen A., I'm going to light the fuse here. Should LeBron want out of Cleveland now?
I'm not going to say yes as of yet, because if Chauncey Billups is going to take this job, I know Chauncey Billups well enough to know that he has the ability to ingratiate himself with folks. He has the basketball knowledge to know what moves need to be made. Now, what he'll be able to actually do is what we have to wait and see. I think LeBron James would give him an opportunity to showcase that. And as a result, I think it would be premature to say he should leave right now, because right now, Cleveland Cavaliers are the Eastern Conference champions, okay? Reigning three-time Eastern Conference champions. So where are you going? Now, anywhere he goes, they're going to challenge for a title because it's LeBron that we're talking about here. But again, where do you plan on going? Not to mention the fact that you are under contract through this season into next summer. So in order for you to depart, it would have to be facilitated via a trade, and Cleveland would obviously have to participate in that. They'd have to okay it because they're the ones with his rights. So I would say, no, that's not it. And I disagree with Dan Le Batard in this respect. Could LeBron or would LeBron do something like that in terms of telling Jimmy Butler to stay away? Sure, if LeBron didn't have to stay there. But since LeBron has to stay there for at least this year, if Jimmy Butler could help the team, I think that LeBron James is very charitable and philanthropic, and he's a generous and nice guy. But make no mistake about it, he's also selfish. LeBron ain't going to be thinking about Jimmy Butler at the expense of LeBron James. And if Jimmy Butler would help the Cleveland Cavaliers this upcoming season, I don't think LeBron would pick up the phone and call him and tell him don't come.
And by the way, he didn't let Dwayne Wade know he was leaving Miami, right?
No.
Are he and Jimmy supposed to be better friends than he and Dwayne?
Something like that.
Look, LeBron James should want out of Cleveland, but not yet, because he has another year to play, and because any team, therefore, that he's traded to, their roster's decimated because they just had to trade for LeBron James. So he should, if he wants out, he should wait until he can opt out and go join another team. LeBron James is the player in NBA history. There was a change in the course of NBA history when the best player in the game said, my team is not getting me what I need to truly compete for a championship. I can't do this by myself. Therefore, I will GM my own career, and I'll get my friends to come play with me in South Beach, and my friends happen to be two of the other 10 best players in the game. He formed his own super team. And then Kevin Durant did him one better. I see your super team and I raise you one because since you spent all that money, your component pieces weren't really up to snuff quite. I'll join a team that already has everything in place. I'll just put them over the top. And now LeBron sees that. And I think the actual lesson, if he wants to win championships, is go join the Spurs if you really want to compete with Kevin Durant. So I think he should want out. If, however, guys, he wants out because he wants to go to L.A. and he has business interests there and he tries to just create another super team with the Lakers, I don't think it's going to work.
I think should carries all the weight. And to your point, Max, if he wants to win another title, I truly believe his best prospects are now outside of Cleveland. Cleveland over the next several years is in a situation where I think they're going to have a very hard time upgrading their roster. And we've seen the full potential of the roster they have. I think Paul George is a marginal upgrade over Kevin Love. If they're capable of pulling that off, I still don't think it gets over the Golden State Warriors. So winning that title, this is that part of the should happen outside of Cleveland. Maybe it's L.A. with young assets, better cap situation. But Cleveland's cap situation is awful over the coming years. And by the way, that's the other part of this should. Should LeBron leave Cleveland? I mean, I feel like LeBron's moved into a house, customized it, did everything he wanted to make the house his, hung the drapes, placed the TVs, picked out the couch, and then realized it's not quite working for me, so I'm going to move out and leave this for the rest of you guys. So the should is, you're going to leave Cleveland, you got every player you wanted, they're in the cap situation that essentially you created, and now it's not good enough for you. That should, I have a problem with.
Nothing wrong with it, though, Will, because if Cleveland was heading in the right direction or showed any competence without LeBron, then I would agree. But they were a year after year, a perennial lottery team. Not only that, they were picking one overall because they kept stinking. And so
he clearly gave back to them, Max. He clearly gave the city of Cleveland and the franchise
a championship
value.
they would have never otherwise had.
He got exactly what he wanted, and it's a little hard to take. Not good enough.
Well, I think if you go to a place for 4 seasons, go to 4 finals and win a championship, which I think seems, even if he just goes to the playoffs, 3 finals and win a championship. championship, you've done everything that you're responsible
Here's the bottom line. LeBron did not call Jimmy Butler to tell him not to come. But let's also understand, based off of what you're saying, Will, LeBron James owes Cleveland nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing. He returned after leaving. He delivered a championship to the city for the first time since 1964. Not in any sport had they won a championship. They've been to 3 straight NBA Finals. He delivered a championship. He owes them absolutely nothing.
Owes is a funny word, Stephen A. I just think if you get everything you've ever asked for, and you get the cost associated with that, a.k.a. cap problems that go with it, and then one day those exact things become the thing you complain about,
Well, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
He's not complaining about it.
Well, that's why he'd leave, we presume.
Not necessarily so, because it's a situation where, okay, Kevin Love gets $113 million. Kyrie got the $90+ million before LeBron ever arrived. If you're Dan Gilbert, you still got 2 All-Stars and the rest of the team to go with them. If LeBron leaves, so what?
If
you're LeBron,
Tristan,
Try this. If LeBron leaves, you don't have cap problems.
Let me ask you this.
You can trade all your assets. You don't need those cap problems.
Are the Cavs the Eastern Conference champions next year?
Next year?
I mean, everybody's making moves, right? You got the Sixers, you got Boston.
Close, but the answer is
Boston would need Gordon Hayward and either Jimmy Butler or Paul George to pass.
Ask me that question after Boston makes their moves this summer.
Right.
Good idea.
Like after tonight.
Steve Kerr and the Warriors.